The announcement of Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari has shaken the world of Formula One last year and fueled numerous speculations about what it means for the seven-time world champion. After an extraordinary career with Mercedes, writing unforgettable chapters in motorsport history, Lewis Hamilton arrives in Maranello with an already solidified legacy. Comparisons with another F1 legend, Michael Schumacher, are inevitable, especially given the circumstances surrounding their moves between teams. The German legend, who returned to racing with Mercedes in 2010 after retiring in 2006, his final year with the Maranello team did not just take on the role of a driver but also became a true brand ambassador. Thanks to his charismatic presence and deep connection with Ferrari, Michael Schumacher helped shape the image of Mercedes' Formula One project in its early years. Even though on-track success was slow to come, the German's contribution was crucial in giving credibility and visibility to the team, which later became the dominant force we know today. So will Lewis Hamilton become the new symbol of Ferrari? The parallel between Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton becomes even more intriguing when considering that Ferrari, throughout its long and glorious history, has never had a true official ambassador. The Maranello mark has always been a symbol in itself, capable of representing passion, speed, and prestige without needing a specific face. However, the British driver's arrival could mark a historic shift in this tradition. Beyond being one of the most talented and successful drivers of all time, Lewis Hamilton is also a global icon, influential both inside and outside the paddock. His image, closely linked to contemporary issues such as social justice, sustainability, and fashion, has made him a widely recognized figure, capable of reaching an audience far beyond just Formula One fans. His move to Ferrari could therefore offer the prancing horse a new dimension in terms of marketing and communication. It will therefore be very interesting to see if Ferrari finally have an ambassador. Ferrari has always relied on the collective image of its brand rather than on individual figures, but the impact of a personality like Lewis Hamilton could prompt them to rethink this strategy. As happened with Michael Schumacher at Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton could take on a role beyond that of a mere driver, becoming a sort of official ambassador for the prancing horse, contributing not only to sporting success, but also to the global growth of the brand's image. But what does this really mean for Ferrari? Having an ambassador of Lewis Hamilton's stature could break with the tradition of individual anonymity that the team has always maintained. The company has built its legend around the car, not the driver behind the wheel. However, in an era where brands are increasingly linked to influential and recognizable figures, Lewis Hamilton could be the first to embody a new synergy between driver and brand, not just as an athlete, but as the official face of Ferrari. The British driver will also change Ferrari's marketing strategy. This potential new role wouldn't just be a strategic move for Ferrari in sporting terms, but could also represent a paradigm shift in the Maranello team's entire approach to communication and brand promotion. A Lewis Hamilton ambassador could usher in a new era for Ferrari, positioning the prancing horse in previously unexplored fields such as fashion, music, and social engagement, areas where the British driver is already highly active. His ability to capture global attention is undeniable, and his move to Ferrari could not only strengthen the brand in traditional markets, but also expand its appeal to new, younger, and more diverse audiences. But what are the risks for Ferrari? Of course, every change comes with risks. Ferrari has always fiercely protected its identity, and the introduction of such a prominent figure as the seven-time Formula One world champion could disrupt the balance on which the team has built its reputation. The prancing horse is synonymous with engineering excellence and sporting success. Shifting the focus to an individual figure could be seen as a departure from the company's historic philosophy. However, in today's world, evolution is inevitable. And if there is anyone capable of managing the weight of this change without compromising Ferrari's tradition, that person is undoubtedly Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is therefore on the brink of the most formidable challenge of his Formula One career, as he prepares to make the high-stakes switch to Ferrari for the 2025 F1 season. After a difficult few years with Mercedes, a team that has struggled to maintain its dominance at the top of the grid, the seven-time world champion is taking a bold step in pursuit of an elusive record-breaking 8th title. His arrival at Ferrari marks a historic moment as he becomes the team's first full-time British driver since Nigel Mansell in 1990. At Maranello, Lewis Hamilton will join forces with Charles Leclerc, a driver widely regarded as a future world champion. While the Monegasque has the talent to fight at the sharp end, working alongside a legend like the British driver could offer invaluable experience in his own title ambitions. However, the partnership will also test Ferrari's internal dynamics, with several former Formula One drivers and paddock insiders warning that an intense battle between the two could risk unsettling the team just as they begin to build momentum. Beyond the driver pairing, Lewis Hamilton faces another major adjustment, his first ever switch to a new power unit in his 18-year F1 career. Former race strategist Bernie Collins has highlighted this as a significant hurdle as he adapts to the intricacies of Ferrari's engine and operational philosophy. Meanwhile, Anthony Davidson has cautioned that the British driver will encounter challenges he has never faced before, adding another layer of complexity to his transition. Despite these obstacles, Ferrari has high expectations for Lewis Hamilton's debut at the Australian Grand Prix. While a crash during pre-season testing in Barcelona cost him valuable track time, he will have further opportunities to refine his understanding of the car before the lights go out in Melbourne. The key question remains: can Ferrari provide Lewis Hamilton with a car capable of fighting for the title? ESPN's Lawrence Edmondson suggests that if Ferrari delivers a truly competitive machine, the British driver could reach an entirely new level, one that might finally secure his place as the most decorated driver in Formula One history. Speaking about Lewis Hamilton's career shift, a source familiar with his time at Mercedes revealed insights from key figures who had worked closely with him, including James Vowles, the former Mercedes strategist turned Williams team principal. According to James Vowles, one defining trait of Lewis Hamilton is his ability to elevate his performance when the stakes are at their highest, whether battling for a race victory or contending for a championship. This heightened level of competitiveness, the source explained, is something that might not always be as evident when the car is only capable of finishing fourth or fifth, a scenario that had become increasingly common for Mercedes in recent seasons. While many fans eagerly anticipate Lewis Hamilton's debut in Ferrari red, former Formula One Supremo Bernie Ecclestone remains unconvinced that the move will be a lasting success. Having observed Lewis Hamilton's career closely during his tenure at the helm of the sport, Bernie Ecclestone believes the seven-time champion may not see out his contract with Ferrari, predicting an early departure before the end of 2026. Lewis Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari marks a major shift at a pivotal stage in his career, with the 2026 Formula One regulation changes looming as a potential game-changer. The new era of Formula One could either work in his favor or prove to be another obstacle, depending on how well the revamped cars align with his driving style. At nearly 40 years old, Lewis Hamilton is undoubtedly entering the twilight years of his racing career. While his peak performances may be behind him, there is little doubt that he still has the talent and experience to compete at the highest level, provided Ferrari can give him a car capable of fighting for victories.